Because $1.25 for our juice box. So.
Right, but you're not paying for the product. The product is in the.
But my
the
wife
product
gets
is
a turkey sandwich and gets a pickle.
Yep.
I get a roast beef sandwich and I get a little tiny cup of au jus sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my pickle?
Give me $1.25 and I'll give you a pickle. Or ask your wife for her pickle.
The problem is not that we can't find a good price for the pickle. The problem is you're not paying for the pickle. You're paying for being wrong. If you just agree with Callie, and you would just get the free pickle because you choose the right sandwich.
Which is why, in about 3 months, when you're when you're declaring bankruptcy, you will say it was my restaurant, and the judge will say that's why you're here.
What kind of restaurant would you open, Jim?
Oh. All right, well, welcome to the Unbroken Ground again. This is we skipped. We didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. It was madness. We skipped March.
March was madness.
Yeah, I don't.
I was busy. You were busy.
Yeah.
Things were happening.
Yeah, I don't know. We skipped it. I thought we had recorded in March, but we didn't. We did late February.
Yeah.
So we skipped March. So in honor of March, we're gonna record on the night of the national championship game.
Oh yeah. Is that? Neither one of us care.
No.
My national championship game is this weekend. Because NCAA hockey. Which the Badgers actually made it to Final Four, which is crazy.
Are they still alive?
Yeah.
So they could get to the.
Yeah, I think Friday. Well, yeah, maybe it's Final Four this weekend, and the championship is
next weekend.
But I think they're doing the Final Four and the final game this weekend. I think I don't remember, but.
All right. Okay.
I didn't think the Badgers were gonna make it because when I checked, it was the third period and they were down 1-3, and then they pulled it off in overtime.
Nice.
4-3.
Nice.
So.
Yeah.
That's my bracket that I care about. So everybody that's been like, I see you're wearing Wisconsin. You got. I feel sorry for you because basketball they were out in round 1.
Yeah.
And I said. They pulled off a miracle overtime win. What are you talking about? And then everybody looks at me weird because they're like, I'm pretty sure they lost in round 1.
Yeah.
And I say, hockey's the only thing I care about.
Hmm.
And they go, oh, okay.
You're one of those people.
Yeah.
One of those types. I don't even care about hockey. Soccer's my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, see, everybody's got their thing.
Yeah.
And I barely care.
Well, I say soccer's my thing, but I'm not like. I don't have like a team that's in any kind of I don't care about the World Cup. It's gonna happen this summer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
Is it here in the States?
Yeah,
this year?
it's in the States this year. Yeah, I just don't care.
Hmm.
I like watching the sport, but I don't.
Sure.
Lately I have been getting to see. So there's a guy who played for the Peoria City Carp, Flying Carp. That Callie and I are season ticket holders for, have been for the past 3 years.
Nice.
He played for Bradley. He played for
Must be
Peoria
nice
City.
to have money. There's season ticket holder.
Yeah. They're it's like it's 5 games and like $8 a game. So shelling out $80. Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Big roller. So you can come to a game with me one time. I'll even get you in.
Oh wow. Nice.
So anyway, he plays for so. Wow, how in depth do you really want this to go? Because he plays professional soccer now.
This is the United States. You are the only one that cares about soccer.
That's not true. There are more people who care about
of all our listeners.
Yes,
all 3 of them. You're the only one that cares.
Well, I mean, your daughter likes F1, so
true.
It's even more obscure.
What's really funny is
soccer.
She doesn't have any money and she likes F1.
Well, I mean. So anyway, he played here. We cheered him on as he had a ponytail, so Callie just called him Ponytail Guy. He just kind of became our favorite player to watch, and now I get to watch him on ESPN Plus. They They have he's not at the top level of professional soccer in America. He's like at level 3. So like there's like
Oh,
level
he's
1,
moving on
level
up.
2,
Oh.
level 3, and then Peoria FC, which we go and watch during the summer, is like level 4, like minor league. So like
I gotcha.
so there's the MLS.
So
Which
are all
is-
the guys in minor league trying to get up, or are they just playing because they love the game?
It's a little of both. Soccer in the United States is actually like starting to really boom and grow, and so the MLS has kind of become stagnant. So that's the Major League Soccer, which is the top level, and that's where it has been the most kind of the dominant professional league. But alongside that is the United Soccer League, the USL, and it has its own league, and it has a structure of where you have the Championship League, USL 1 and USL 2, and it's USL 1 actually added in the past 2 years they've added like 8 new teams, professional soccer teams at that level, and so it's the idea. So one of the really cool things about soccer in like England and other places is that you have promotion and relegation, and so if you are the best in your league, you actually get promoted up to the next league. And if you're the worst in that league, you get demoted down to that league below. And so there's right now in the Premier League, which is the league in England. I don't follow it very closely, so forgive me. But one of the cool stories that they've been doing is that there's a team that's made it all the way from like the lower league, and now they're just below the Premier, called Wrexham, and they were invested into by Ryan Reynolds and Rob,
Somebody.
the guy from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Rob,
I
whatever.
don't know. Sure.
Anyway, they infused a bunch of cash into that team, and they have every year have gone to the next level. They've made it through the playoffs and have been promoted up. So
I gotcha.
so there is some talk that the USL is going to have kind of the same system, and so like Peoria, which is they mostly are just a summer league of just college kids who are trying to get in professional, like get in front of scouts and get in some time and playing with a higher level of competition.
Sure.
But they're still in college usually. Sometimes they're in high school still. That there is actually the opportunity that eventually, I think 2028 is when they said that that's probably going to start. But those teams that the team that wins the league would actually go up, and so like you'd actually have the relegation promotion and so we could have instead of just having a what I'd call a semi-pro. I think I'm not sure what they're not full time. Like they play college and they come here for the summer and then they go back to their colleges basically,
Sure.
or wherever they. But it could be that they win and so they get moved up and then all of a sudden now you're a whole part of a whole new league where you're actually playing professional. So Peoria could have a full-time professional soccer team if they promote up.
Exciting news.
So in a couple of years, if USL does that, like no, they don't do that right now. They don't have the people going up, people going down kind of
Sure.
thing. So,
That makes
but
sense.
it's an interesting thing. Like you just can't like instead of having like those professional teams that are just always bad, those teams get like kicked out, and so like and they're still at least as good as it would be like minor league teams in baseball. Like if they win, like that the AAA going up and replacing, so like the
Sure.
like the Cubs go out, and then now they're they're a minor league team.
Right.
So
Right.
it would be a little bit like that, although not quite because soccer is
There's a
little
bigger
different.
gap in baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, baseball owns the minor leagues, like soccer. It's the Premier League. You don't own the teams that are underneath you in the league. You have your own like developmental team, and so the whole system kind of moves up. So like it would be like as if there was a alternative baseball system out there, and their pro team and their minor leagues moved up, and
Sure.
So it's interesting. It's different. I didn't grow up. Some of the sports I grew up and I already kind of know and feel like I know them well, and so they don't. offer much intrigue to me. But soccer, I don't know it very well, and so I don't know the intricacies of the strategy and why people do what they do, and so it means I get to learn. And as I've stated previously on many podcasts, I like to learn, and so that's what I'm gonna do. So
There you go. That's
Yeah.
cool.
yeah. Well, I didn't even say this is Jim. If you're
Oh yeah.
a long
Hey, I'm
time
here.
listener, then you already
We
know
just
this
started.
is Jim. And we
Did we not do that?
no,
thought we
I
did
just
that.
said welcome to the unbroken ground, and then I was like, it's been madness. We didn't do one in
Oh
March,
yeah.
so
We just jumped over to.
welcome, Jim. And then we started talking about.
Well, if you hear my voice, guess what? I'm here.
Yeah. So I did have a bracket. Our work always does one.
Oh, okay.
And
Did you have AI filled out?
I did not.
Oh.
I should have.
Okay.
AI probably would have done better. At least I could have blamed it if. But my favorite part about this is I know nothing about college basketball. I know enough about to be like, oh, I think these are the people that might win.
Mm-hmm.
I did not choose well this year. Last year, I think I got like third, and I would have won it all if it hadn't been for those dang Florida Gators beating the Texas Tech Raiders. But if Texas Tech had won, I would have won the whole bracket. But they didn't. Florida won it, so I lost.
Mm.
But I still don't know much about I just know kind of sports. And my coworker, she really doesn't know anything about basketball, college basketball, and every year she chooses a different system to how she chooses her teams. Last year she did it by campus vibes, and she was really betrayed by some of the college campuses that were like in the mountains, like some of the smaller schools. Much better campus vibes, much worse basketball team.
That's true. They don't really play basketball very well over there.
So this year she did it by whoever had the tallest player on their team won.
Oh, okay.
And she was doing pretty well. She's still doing better than I did. That's my favorite part. But she was doing really well. Florida has a 7'9" basketball player. He was 7 foot in junior high.
Wow.
He has to eat
That's
somewhere
a monster.
four
Holy cow.
4 to 6,000 calories a day just to keep his body
Yeah.
weight up.
That's crazy.
So she had them going all the way because no one's taller than a 7'9" dude, but they lost. And so, but she's still doing better. Not tremendously better than me, but she was still doing better than me. So, I should have just gone with something like that. AI next year, maybe we'll just let AI choose. Maybe
Sure.
we'll.
I don't think an AI got it right though. I think last I heard, the only person that got it right was some 14-year-old kid.
Yeah. Well, nobody has it perfect because all the perfect brackets are broken.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that was the week Illinois won. The week Illinois won, there was one kid, some 13-year-old kid that had a perfect bracket.
that's just crazy. So, yeah. No, there's just no way. There's, choosing people on their height is just as good as any. But the fun thing is, Callie has never made a bracket. She's in a bracket with her school, and so I was like, I was just like, you just fill it out. You just pick names. It doesn't really matter. You don't. She's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I was like, you don't have to. You just pick.
Yeah,
You just pick.
It really doesn't matter.
And so she is in third place right now, because one of their teachers did really good at picking all the other games, but she chose Purdue to win, and Purdue flamed out, and so she has gotten progressively worse as the games have gotten, and because she was way out ahead. Callie was, I think, 24th, but because she had Michigan, she's now, if Michigan wins tonight, she'll win the whole bracket.
Oh, sure.
And with no knowledge whatsoever, and I am not going to get last in my bracket because there are people worse than me, but I did not do well.
Sure.
So.
I didn't fill one out.
Well,
Surprisingly, Graham and I at our workplace
you didn't have an office pool
do
going?
not have an office pool going on.
Yeah.
I think there was one year that I did bracket. I don't remember with who.
I mean,
It had to be one. I don't think camp staff ever did one.
yeah, I don't think so. So, So yeah, that's March Madness. March
There you go.
Madness.
Starting with March Madness.
Yeah.
That neither one of us care about.
So true. So
Hmm.
true.
Hmm.
Yeah.
'Cause what else happened in March? St. Patty's
St.
Day?
Patrick's Day, yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
do anything for St. Patty's Day?
Man, that's so long ago. Like 17 days. It's like 15 days ago. I did not do anything. I wore green. I did wear green because, I didn't want to.
Was it a Tuesday?
I think it was a Tuesday. It was a Tuesday, yeah.
I think I went to Youth for Christ. I think
Mm,
they had a campus life.
my direct boss was in town, so we went to. Oh man, what's that restaurant downtown called? Ugh. Spice.
Taylor's?
Spice.
Oh,
Is that what it's called?
I don't know. One of the spice restaurants?
Yeah,
Like Sugar or whatever. Sugar's the pizza place.
I think Spice is the.
Correct. Pepper is something.
No.
The breakfast place.
Yeah. Oh, what is that? I'll look at it.
Cayenne
No.
was the taco joint.
Yeah,
I feel like Cayenne shut down.
it did.
In downtown,
It's right across from Kelleher's. Oh, I'll look it up.
because downtown we do our annual banquet there, our celebration banquet.
Yeah.
They across from the Braves Stadium. That same. I don't know that same organization
Owns that.
owns that venue. I forgot what it's called though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some meeting space. Some gathering meeting space.
Time. That's what it's called. Time.
Oh yeah, I have heard about time.
It's alright. It's
Okay.
fine.
Alright.
I don't know.
You did that for lunch or dinner?
We did dinner. They bought it for me.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah, I don't know. I have strong opinions about food in general.
Okay.
In case you guys couldn't tell from the opening question, Callie has strong opinions about food and what goes with what. But the more I pay for food, the more I expect the experience to be exponentially better than if I just bought like Culver's.
Sure.
So and I like Culver's. I'm not dissing Culver's. I actually enjoy going to Culver's and I'm fine with going to Culver's. But I'm also more fine with that because I pay between $10 and $20 for my meal.
Right.
If I went there and paid $30 or $40, I would not be okay with Culver's.
Sure.
So the more I need. If you're gonna tell me that you're gonna charge $30 to $40 or $50 a plate, I'm gonna need you to knock my socks off with taste. It's gonna have to be exquisite, and so it may be really good.
What about amount? If it came out and it was like, there's no way I'm gonna finish this. Does that up the value of it?
If it's also at least really very tasty, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if it's garbage, you don't want to eat a second meal of garbage. But
Right. So yeah, a quantity would help too. But I found when I go to these places, and usually because somebody's taking us there, not because we're like, hey, let's go, is that the quantity is also low. So I'm paying for smaller plates, and so I just need it to be. I want it to be a higher level of dining than a lot of times what I get.
Sure.
In my opinion, and maybe I set my expectations too high, but I'm just I'm just not. I don't know. I'm not a pretentious eater, and not that people are. I'm not. trying to, you know, I'm not poo-pooing on people. I'm just like, I can remember one time the COO of our company was like, hey, I need somebody to come help me paint my condo I just bought. I was like, yeah, I can do that. Like, he's like, oh, let me take you guys out to eat. Like, I'll take you and Callie. We'll go out to eat. And I was like, he's like, where do you want to go? And I was like, I don't know, maybe like Mission Barbecue. And he just kind of looked at me because I know that it like in his head, he was like going, no, I will take you somewhere nice. And I was like, oh, like Mission Barbecue. So,
I mean, I will say, I respect the fact that they stand and play the national anthem or whatever.
Yeah.
What is that? What they do?
yeah,
The
they
national.
did at lunch. Yep, national anthem at lunch.
And however,
Yeah.
that doesn't scream class to me.
No.
Like in the middle of your meal, when you don't know what's going on, everybody in the restaurant stops and stands up,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Oh, I guess this is what we're doing."
It's not class. That's what I'm saying though.
It's
Like
not.
like when people are like, where do you want to go eat? And I just don't have like I'm not like, oh, let's go to Alexander's. You know, like I mean it's fine. I'll go there.
Mm-hmm.
But it wouldn't be it's just not, I don't know, it's not one of those, let me go pay. I mean, I will say, the best pork chop I've ever had. Callie and I, so this is September of 2020, or late August 2020. Callie and I fly to Colorado. We go to help our friends at the bed and breakfast. So we're doing work, you know, serving, cleaning, all that kind of good stuff. And so the owners who bought it from our friends wanted us to have a nice dinner. So they took us out to a tourist higher end restaurant. And so I got the pork chop there. And I think the pork chop was like $70. That
Wow.
might be like, it was a mountain town, so everything's also more expensive because
crazy
you gotta
expensive.
get stuff to it and all that kind of stuff. But higher quality of food, and it was the tastiest pork chop I have ever had, with like immense flavor in every single bite. And so that's kind of where I'm like that if I'm gonna pay that level of money,
Sure. Yeah.
that's what I want.
I get
But
it.
then it makes me mad sometimes because I'm like, the only thing keeping me from having really delicious food like that is my ability to pay money or not pay money, because
Sure.
I'm not gonna pay $70
yeah.
every meal. But it's like, it's just knowing that there's another level of maybe tasty food out there. So when I go someplace that has a little bit higher elevated cost bracket,
Okay. Yeah.
I have higher expectations
I see.
because I want them to knock my socks off.
Yeah.
And so when it's just good, then for me, I'm like, it's fine. But it's not like, it's not good enough for me. I'm like, I gotta get that again.
Okay.
So, but also I have simple taste, so that also might be my problem. Like you're wasting your skill on me, is what I'm saying to you expensive restaurants.
I really think that's one of the reasons God graciously allowed me to fall in love with camp ministry. Because if I lived in the city, I would be broke all the time.
Yeah.
Because maybe not here in Peoria. Well, probably still here in Peoria, but because Peoria has enough nice restaurants. But I just know from living in Wheaton, the amount of options
Yeah.
for dinners, and it's just crazy. And I love going out to eat.
Yeah. No, I mean that was one of the that's one of the things that
And maybe I like going out to
did.
eat so well because my wife she cooks, but she's not a very like, let's try something new. She's got her, this is what we're doing, meals.
Right.
And so, I don't know, maybe that might tie into it a little bit too, of like, if we wanted something Indian, my wife wouldn't feel comfortable trying an Indian food really for the most part.
Cooking it. She would.
Yeah, cooking it.
She would try
So
it eating wise, but just not
so
cook.
we-
Just cooking
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Just because she wouldn't be familiar with any of that.
Right.
Especially when we were in Chicago.
Hmm.
We were still kind of newly-ish married. It
Yeah.
was in the first 5 years. And yeah, she just never grew up as an experimental eater. So, like, just about everything that I was like, hey, let's go eat this.
Mm.
She was like, I don't know what that is. Oh, well then let's go eat it.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, I'm very much more adventurous than Callie is. Callie will get the same thing every time.
Yeah.
Until I get something that's really good and she's all like, what's that? And I would be like, oh yeah, have a bite. And then she gets that every time.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, like our favorite Mexican food restaurant, she usually, like if she goes to Mexican food, which is probably 70% of the places we stop is going to be Mexican food. Maybe 50, I don't know. Something maybe too high. But she usually gets a fajita chicken, a grilled chicken fajita quesadilla. So that's what she usually gets.
Hmm.
But at our favorite place here in Peoria, Los Cabos, they have quesadilla tacos, which are like kind of they put cheese in between the taco shells, so they kind of make a mini quesadilla, and then the birria is like a slow roasted beef, and it has some sauces with it, but they're super hot, and Callie's like, no, at all, no way. And so, but that's now her order that she gets. And some places, sometimes she will go get a birria taco, other places, but her standby is the fajita chicken quesadilla.
No, sure. Yeah, I don't have a regular.
I don't either.
I try to find something that's not regular, actually. Because I found, even a lot of times I'll order and I'll remember saying those words, and I'll go, oh, dang it. I've had that before.
Yeah, I think I got lamb. We went to that Indian bay leaf.
No, sure.
I think I got the lamb.
Did you get lamb?
Because you got
Is there
goat.
lamb?
Yeah, you got goat, and I got the lamb.
I got goat.
Yeah, I hadn't really had lamb, so it was good.
It was okay.
I don't like so I could be wrong about my taste, but I think that I've discovered I really don't like tomato based curries.
Hmm.
Because I like Tom Lynn's, but
Mhm.
it is more of a coconut milk curry base rather than tomato. Like a lot of the bay leaf ones that we had were very like tikka masala is a kind of
Yeah.
a sweet tomato base, and I just
Yeah.
not as big a fan of that.
Hmm.
So.
Yeah. Some of that is just knowing what to order, though.
Well, and I don't I haven't had enough Indian food
Right.
to even begin to know like what I would like. Other than I know that I don't like tikka masala. It's not that I don't like it. I would want to get something else because I already know that what it kind of tastes like, and I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's not like I'm not craving it. I'm not gonna go
Yeah.
back and be like, oh, okay, I gotta get that tikka masala. So
Yeah. Well, that's the most tame
Yeah.
American Indian food. You
Right.
know, like it's
Yeah.
tame. It is Indian, and
But
it
it's-
is very popular in India.
Yeah.
But it's also very like
easily
mild
translated to
and creamy and
American palates.
yeah,
Yeah.
Americanized.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not American. I mean, yeah, fitting of the American palate.
Right. Translates easily
Yeah.
without having to change too much about it.
Yeah.
But you can get that spicy if you want.
That's true.
But I just don't know if I like. I just haven't.
Maybe
found a
not,
tomato-based one.
because who's to know? I mean, their food tasted great. I think they were understaffed,
Yeah.
so it took a while.
True.
And for whatever reason, the one guy that said no spice, they put the most spice in. I don't know why Marshall's was hotter than everybody else's,
Seemed like a good time.
other than
Seemed like a good time. Just lighten Marshall's tongue up.
Yeah, I mean, he's
just-
not opposed to spice. He
Yeah.
can do spice, but
Yeah.
he just didn't really want to, and they made him, and
Yeah.
it was just really funny. I think the server maybe wrote down one wrong, or
Got one off.
the kitchen got one off,
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. Because you wanted the spice and you didn't give very much spice.
Yeah, yours was spicier than mine, I think.
Yeah, and mine wasn't that spicy.
Yeah.
Because I did meat. I think I did like medium or medium-ish.
Uh,
So,
yeah, but whatever.
it was
I mean,
good.
it tasted good.
Yeah. So so time was fine. It's just
Yeah. Oh, it's St. Patrick's Day. Yeah.
yeah. So that's what I did St. Patrick's Day, and they have a lot of fancy drinks you can get there too. But I don't drink, so that really they miss out on me 100%.
Yeah.
The shots don't take them, so
Yeah.
100% of those I miss. So like, but some of the other people were like getting like old fashions. And,
Oh, sure.
Manhattans, I think,
Sure.
were the ones that were most often
Old
gotten.
fashions were going out.
Yeah, some people ordered an old fashioned
Oh,
or
right.
or a Manhattan, one of the two, I think.
Okay.
But those are basically the same, right? Or roughly the same.
I haven't had neither one of them, but I know an old fashioned is definitely a Wisconsin drink
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Central Illinois probably has them.
Yeah.
I think it was an old fashioned. I mean, again, outside looking in, I'm thinking that's what I remember that because they talked a little bit about having it like.
Yeah.
Um,
I've been tempted to have one just because somebody told me that that's very Wisconsin, and
Okay.
I was like, well, then
you
I
probably
am very Wisconsin, so
You probably should
maybe
have
I would
that.
like one. I don't know.
Yeah. Some people have wine. I had water.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fine.
Like I
There's-
said, I went to Youth for Christ.
Yeah.
I worked, and
Yeah.
I went to Tuesday. Yeah, I don't remember what Tuesday that was.
I didn't even have.
It could have
usually
been a
we
week
find-
that I was trying to find staff. I could have been doing a
Mm.
lot of interviews that week.
I didn't even find like some corned beef or anything. Usually we find some somewhere. Like used to Pizza Pill, we get the
Oh, yeah.
Reuben
The Reuben.
pizza.
My wife went to Molly's. Molly's does the Reuben pizza now,
Okay,
and so
okay.
my wife did that a couple times.
Pizza Pill North
Pizza Peel North, yeah,
or South. I guess it's South.
or
Pizza Peel
whatever.
South.
Yeah, whatever it is. Molly's. It's Molly's.
Yeah.
But that's because she doesn't like the new pizza joint that moved in
Because
because it's not pizza peel. Well, her argument is that they don't have enough sauce on their pizzas.
okay.
I think it's fine.
Mm.
I think it's okay. I mean, but whatever. I want to eat with my wife, so I won't be like, well, you get your pizza and I'll get my pizza.
Yeah.
So,
No.
and I like Molly's. Molly's is good too, because it's just, I mean, it's the same pizzas that
Yeah.
Pizza Peel did.
Right.
I think their crust is a little bit different, but
Not much.
I like it. So, it's okay.
Yeah.
What else happened in March?
What else?
Patty's Day, Pizza Peel, Reuben Pizzas. I think my in-laws came down, so they bring corned beef.
Mm.
Rebecca turned 21,
Mm.
so there were White Claws in my house. Because Rebecca really doesn't care about drinking. And so, who was the most excited about Rebecca turning 21? Hannah.
So we had some White Claws.
So we had some White Claws, which I had a sip. I'm not impressed. I mean, it's not gross. It's just seltzer water. I mean, it's flavored
Yeah.
sparkling water,
Right.
and so
With alcohol.
with alcohol in it. But
Yeah.
it's got such minimal alcohol that you're like, this is just sparkling water, and I don't really like sparkling water. So
Mm. Yeah. Darl Coffee, been there a couple of times since St. Patty's Day through Easter.
Okay.
So,
I think Rebecca and Ember might have went there once.
you were there. Callie said she met you there.
Yeah, we went when it was on McClure.
Yeah.
And then they opened one.
They did. They've got a second location in the shops at Grand Prairie.
Grand Prairie,
Yeah.
and that's the one that my daughter went to,
Yeah.
I think, or my wife went to.
Callie and I
One.
went there. So Thursday.
Their croffles.
Yeah, Croffles.
Are so. We met Callie there. My wife, Hannah, and I each ordered a croffle, which is way too many croffles.
That
for
is
3
true.
people.
Because
one person can. It is so sweet. They
Yeah.
have so much of that whatever cream stuff on each of them.
Yeah.
And chocolate and junk. That
it depends on which one you get, but yeah. Because the Nutella ones definitely are
Yeah.
just
it was.
an overload.
It was. Oh, it was a lot.
So good though. Oh
They were good. I will say they were good. We
yeah.
got too many chocolate ones though.
yeah.
I'm not, as a not chocolate person.
The pistachio ones, like the honey pistachio ones. Oh, those are the best.
Hmm.
I like the Nutella bananas ones. The Nutella strawberry ones are good too.
Yeah.
But the
I think we
pistachio
got
one.
one
is the-
pistachio one and
Yeah.
then 2 others that involved Nutella.
Yeah.
And obviously we were passing them around, so I don't remember who got what, but I just remember them being a lot. They were a lot.
Well, Callie and I went Thursday night to the new location,
Okay.
and there was nobody there because of Thursday night. We went around dinner time, and we ordered our drinks, and they were their social media guy was there doing videos of the drinks they were making, and so we ordered 2 drinks, and we ordered honeycomb bread, which was really good, which was interesting and good. It was kind of like a almost like a Sister Schubert roll, but then had like a pepper spice and then like cream cheese in some of them.
Oh wow.
So like it was kind of sweet, honey on top. So like just all these weird combinations, but it worked really well. So honeycomb bread was good. Did not get a croffle, but they also were like, "Hey, you want these drinks?" that they had been taking pictures of, because there was nobody, like it was just workers and
Sure.
us
Yeah.
and so we got a refresher, a raspberry refresher, and a lavender mocha, both which were very good. My go-to, probably for a while, even though I may get out of the rut next time I go, but the Nutella Bueno latte. They lace the cup, the plastic cup, with Nutella, and then they put the latte stuff in there,
Oh,
and
sure.
then they put sweet cold foam on top of that, and so then even on the lid there's like Nutella, the Nutella and the sweet cold foam are just it's just really good.
All right.
So
I see it. I like black coffee, so
well, I am. I can drink coffee now. Jim, when I first met you, I didn't even drink coffee. So,
that's true. Now you
I've come a long way.
you went full circle because you did go black for a while, and
I
then
did.
and then you started getting into the creamers and
Yeah.
stuff. That's all right.
It's because I want to enjoy my life. I don't need to punish myself with
Look,
taste.
we're all different.
Bitter,
It's okay.
bitter.
I'm not judging
bitter,
anybody.
Dark, bitter coffee, like the
See, I don't know where this
darkness
whole
of your soul.
It is true. I mean, it does reflect pretty well, but I really don't understand the whole because I was just having a coffee with somebody else, and they were like, I can't do black coffee. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm not trying to get you to do black coffee. If you want to put creamer and sugar and a whole bunch of flavors in there, you can do what you want. I don't care.
But the problem with you, Jim, is that you are like you don't care. So like you're that person that like you're like, oh, Apple phones, cool. Android phones, I don't care. Like you're not the person that's on the bandwagon. So that's there. Like I had breakfast with a guy, and he was like drinking coffee, and I hadn't been sleeping well last week, so I actually was cutting back on Okay, I went to Darl, but honestly, that was
Probably
that
why
was-
you're not sleeping very well.
That was more the 3 coffee drinks and the 1 caffeinated refresher.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what was
I
going
can't
on.
imagine
That
why you didn't
before-
go to sleep very well.
The leading up to going to Darl, I hadn't had coffee, so we went and had breakfast, and I just was like, I'll just drink a water, and he was like, no coffee, you're a coffee drinker, and I'm like, well, I mean, I can drink it. He was like, I drink it black. And I'm like, that's the only way to enjoy it. And I'm like, yeah, man, that's cool, I can do that, but I don't, want to. So
Yeah, well,
it's like the OGs.
like I
drink it
said,
black.
I do not. No, I'm not in that crowd.
You're a true coffee evangelist. You just want people to drink coffee.
I just want you to like coffee. That's
Yeah.
all. Because I like coffee.
Yeah.
So if you have to brew coffee and put a bunch of stuff in it,
It's still coffee.
I still get a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I don't need the stuff in it. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, and that's the expensive part. So we're not even like you're not even costing me
mean,
anything.
Kinda. I mean, coffee still keeps.
Yeah. Well,
If you go to a store, there's still $4 a cup.
right, but if I have to put more stuff on top of that, I'm
Yeah,
putting
yeah.
more into that. Where if I could just hand
Oh
you a
yeah,
cup,
my daughter can spend $7 on a cup of coffee.
yeah, no
It's
problem.
ridiculous.
Nutrella Bueno, it's gonna be $7,
Yeah,
and it's not gonna. And most of it's not coffee.
yeah.
So.
Which I get. It's fine.
But I've
That's
I've
why I
been-
like the bottomless, because then I can
Yeah.
get my 3 cups, and then I feel better about paying $4 for a cup of coffee.
Well, it's free at work, so like, it does become like, it does become a habit that I would just drink coffee just out of like out of a ritual of just like I'm just gonna get up and go get some.
I was in a gas station the other day, and Highland Grog was in. You know those.
Oh,
Now how most gas
Mhm.
stations have like the grind
The
it, and now
selectors, yeah.
you gotta wait, just freaking make the coffee. But whatever. And I was kind of close to getting the Highland Grog,
Okay.
only to say, "Yep, I still don't like it." But I knew I was not gonna like it, so
Okay.
I didn't end up getting it.
It's
Because I don't care. I don't care. It's not the caffeine that I'm after. It's
Yeah.
the coffee.
It is a much debated topic at our work.
Mm-hmm.
And they make one small jug of it versus so they have the big coffee industrials, and those are not Highland Grog, and then
Oh,
they make
okay.
like one small thing
Oh,
of
and
one pot or one and a half pots or something like
Oh,
that for
sure.
people who are still wanting that Highland Grog. I don't care. I drink it because people hate it, so I just want to continue its existence.
yeah.
Uh,
And I mean, it's just been a long time since I've had it, so that's what got me to be like, oh, maybe I'll get it. But then I saw another dark roast, and I was like, no, I'll get that.
I mean, I throw creamer and sugar in it, so
Because I
or
think
sweetener
Highland
in it,
Grog
so-
also has like increased caffeine or something.
I don't know.
I don't.
It's got maple undertones.
Sure.
It does. That's the one. Like Jamaican McCrazy and Highland Grog are the two coffees I can taste the difference in the
Oh,
way
yeah.
the way the coffees are flavored.
Sure.
That's about it.
Hmm.
Those are the two that I can taste.
Yeah. Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Just
I don't know if I can identify them all because I don't care that much. Like,
Mhm.
it's kind of like music to me.
mm,
Like, I like what I like,
mm.
and guess what? I never remember it. So when it comes around again, I'll be like, "Oh, I like this one." So,
I've been
and that's the same attitude I have with music of
Mm.
like, "Oh, I like that song. I don't know what it is or who sings it, but when it comes back around, I like that song."
I've been listening to CEO Focus music.
I don't know
Work music.
what.
CEO Focus work music.
Oh, that's your playlist.
Well, it's actually just one, like, so on YouTube, I was looking up. So I always like listen to lo-fi kind of beats when I like study. like just
Okay.
to have something in my like kind of. But I can't listen to stuff that has words because if I'm studying or reading, I can't
Sure.
focus on the words and the music and the
So, lo-fi's and
So,
like just light acoustic guitars.
Oh, lo-fi is usually like it's kind of electronic, but chill,
Oh, okay.
all chill.
Yeah.
And so
Okay.
so I've been listening to that, but then this Focus channel, it was like work like a CEO, and it's just like kind of like instrumental stuff. And the ones I like to listen to, they have a AI generated view out your office, and it's usually like in the snow covered mountains. And so I can put that up as one screen, so it's like I'm sitting in my CEO
Oh.
office and listening
Like-
to my Focus music and working like a CEO. So
with
that's
a
been
view of the mountains
yeah
on
yeah.
your screen.
with my office on the
Okay.
somehow the building is dead set in the peaks of the mountain, and I work there and live
Uh-huh.
somewhere there close to.
Yeah, yeah. Huh.
Yeah. So,
So CEOs listen to electronic music?
I mean, yeah, in the same way that athletes drink all the and eat all the use all the products that they endorse, I'm
Sure.
sure they.
Okay.
I mean, I guess this would be the claim of this YouTube creator. It's like, yeah, if you really want to focus like a CEO, listen to my music.
Sure.
And here's the corner office you can have inexplicably
So you just
in the mountain
randomly.
range.
It's not even like actual CEOs. Like
No.
nobody even
No.
says, "Yeah, this is my playlist."
I mean, I guess I could. I do follow Mark Cuban on LinkedIn. I could probably send him a message,
Hmm.
see what he listens to.
Hmm.
Maybe he listens to my podcast. I don't know.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, maybe.
Hey, I've had more downloads. This is pretty crazy.
Okay.
This stat to me is pretty crazy.
Okay.
Um,
Hit me with it. How popular are you, buddy?
yeah, exactly. So since January, so in my heyday of podcasting, which would have been year 2, is when I had the most consistency of putting out episodes and people listening. And
Okay.
I also did a few more interviews and getting other people other than just Jim.
Yeah,
Who's
that's true.
Kind of has their. I've
You
captured,
put a lot more effort into it, though.
Yeah, I captured Jim's target market. We've kind of got them in. So that was my heyday, and I think I had 1,300 listens in 2000. Would that have been 2024, 2 years ago?
Okay.
For some crazy reason, well, two, I don't know. Somebody found me in Illinois again, and somebody found me in California. But in the first 3 months of 2026, I've had over 600 listens. So I'm halfway to my best year in just 3 months.
Look at that.
So,
This is what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and get to be in the 1% of Spotify's year end
nice.
on your podcast.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll reach out to you
And I can make a thank you video.
and you got to make a thank you video to me for being your 1%.
Thank you guys so much for
I
listening.
appreciate.
I cannot tell you how much it means to me.
Yes.
There are big things coming. We're so excited about the future. I've already got the speech, man. So yeah,
All
let's
right,
make it
all right.
happen. Spotify,
All
give
right.
me a call.
All right.
I did
Those
tell
of
you.
you listening, I'm trying my best. I'm gonna
I,
be his top listener. If you want to beat me to the thank you note,
yeah. If you want to thank you note, just send me a message and I will.
no. You gotta win the contest. You gotta be better. You can't just send Paul a message.
So
How deflating would that be? All I did, and I got your 1%, and I got your message. Yeah, well, I did too. Look, I just sent him a text.
He just said, "Hey, can you say something nice?" Yeah.
Oh,
man.
dang it.
So.
All right, well, that pursuit is now killed.
No, dude, you got this, man. You got this.
Yeah, sure.
I don't. So, I mean, I did show up in somebody's Unwrapped. I'm pretty sure that I showed up in Marshall and Rebecca's Unwrapped.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
At the Spotify, like what they listen to as far as like, I think I did show up there, but one of the guys at work, like he was like, it was just like some random day. It was like, yeah, you decided to go spiritual on this day, and it was my podcast. So,
well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, you are spiritual when you don't have me around.
Hey,
Once I get there,
we're
then
spiritual. We back our way into spiritual things all the time.
okay. So here's a fun game that we
Okay.
started. It got us into the restaurant question.
Yes.
Think of a question.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna do this integrity. You got to have integrity for this because it's not gonna work if you change your question.
Okay. Wait.
Think of a question. Any question.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
All right.
Do you need a theme? Do you need a topic?
Not the restaurant question.
Not the restaurant
not like
question.
Like we already.
No.
So you're saying we did
No.
the restaurant
You're
question.
thinking of a brand new question.
Okay.
Thinking of a brand new question.
All right. Okay.
Do you need a realm? Do you need a topic?
Do you want to give me a realm and a
I don't
topic?
care. I don't care.
Yeah, give me a realm and a topic. I got
Okay.
so many.
Okay.
So many questions.
Let's go. What month is it now? April.
This is April, yeah.
Okay. So let's start with light things.
Okay.
Pastels.
Okay.
The question has to involve pastels
Okay.
in some way.
All right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me when you got a question.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you the answer,
Okay.
and then you're gonna ask me the question.
Okay. This
Okay.
is gonna go very well.
You cannot. You can't change
I'll
your
write
question.
down. I will here.
No.
I will type my question out.
I don't care.
It just integrity. Integrity. I will.
I mean, I trust
have
you,
okay.
and these guys are gonna know that you're.
Okay, we're not changing
typing it. I'm just
Well,
gonna trust you. I'm just
Okay.
gonna trust.
All
you.
right.
I'm just gonna trust
I've got the question. I will not
'Cause-
change it.
you. If Paul and I, if nothing, are integritous. That's the one thing we got going for us.
I have the question in mind, and it doesn't matter really how you answer this. It's going to be a good time.
All right. Okay.
So I don't have to change the question. I'm ready. I'm ready for
All right.
for your answer.
Okay. You ready for the answer?
Ready for the answer.
Ready for the answer?
Yes.
The walls of the bathroom.
Tell me more.
What?
I want to know more about this.
Oh. Well, it wouldn't be the ceiling,
Okay.
and it wouldn't be the floor. Obviously, it wouldn't be in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
The shower is always something else.
Okay.
But it would be like behind the mirror, like the wall behind the mirror.
Yeah.
It'd be the wall with the door behind the toilet. It would be all the walls.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the answer.
The question is, if
Maybe stripes.
if you were going to use a pastel to describe your current emotional state, what pastel would you use? The walls of the
The
bathroom.
walls of the bathroom. I'm going with it. Yep. It works. See? Do you see how fun this game is?
Just behind the mirror. That's actually super deep. Like you got to get beyond the mirror, man.
Yeah, beyond the mirror.
If you want to know the real emotional state, you got to
Yeah.
go beyond that.
Yeah. If I'm gonna describe my emotional state,
Yeah.
it's that's about where it is.
The walls
Somewhere
of
in
the
the
bathroom.
it's somewhere in the
Not
walls
the
of the
shower.
bathroom.
The shower is right out.
The showers. That is not it.
Don't even try.
Yep.
Don't even try emotions. Not the shower.
It's not. It's not where it is. Mm-mm. No.
Okay. All right.
All right, flip
Okay.
it.
All right.
Okay. Or do you want another question? Do you want another?
I mean, I
Topic?
should answer the question,
Okay, we'll flip it.
but I mean, do you have a realm, or do you want me to give you a realm?
That's up to you. You start.
Okay. Realm is gonna be music.
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 Mm. Okay. Music. Okay.
You got the
I
question.
got the question.
No, I have to give you the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The walls of the bathroom. No.
It doesn't work for music, does it? See?
I don't know. Well,
I was reading your
can
mind.
make it work.
I was reading your mind.
I can make it work. Like the neat thing about singing like bathroom acoustics is they generally have
That's not your answer.
Really?
Tell me your real answer.
I can make it work. My real answer is, I after much study and debate and accusation, I have been I've been refining my listening taste because I've been accused of not liking female artists.
Okay.
And and I think one of the reasons that is because one of the reasons is that I think that music tends to come from a very personal place, and I don't relate as well to often like female personal places that where their music's coming from.
Okay. Okay.
So
I mean, that does make sense.
yeah.
It does make sense as an answer
Mm-hmm.
to a question.
But not to your question.
My question is,
Yeah.
if you were gonna
Uh-huh.
be on stage
Mm.
in front of thousands of people
Okay.
and fail miserably
Mm.
at
Which-
playing
Mostly what I would do.
an instrument,
Okay.
or I mean, that instrument can be interpreted however you want.
All right.
What instrument would you be playing?
Mm. Mm.
And apparently, you said women's voices.
Women's voices. Women's outlooks. Women's
The
outlook.
perspective
Perspective.
that women bring
Mm.
to music, Paul just doesn't appreciate.
It's a failure, really.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
yeah. No, I don't know how to recover from that one.
yeah, that one. It doesn't. I mean, the only way that it's twisted to actually make sense is if we insult all women musicians everywhere, which I'm not prepared to do.
Not in for no. I
Not
did.
really.
I did find. So in my pursuit, I did find there's a company out of a troupe. I don't know what you call them, but they're musicians and they're called Songhouse, and they just basically like get together and write a song in one night.
Hmm.
And a lot of the lead singers of that are women, and I actually really like it.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but I think part of my problem is that my
And you're talking about women singers.
You're right. Part of the problem with my collection of music and what I listen to, not with women singers necessarily, but like
Just happens to be women singers.
I'm stuck in the emos of the late '90s, early 2000s,
Okay.
and there aren't very many female voices in that realm.
Hmm. Okay.
I mean, maybe like an Avril Lavigne, but I
Sure.
never really like.
That's not really where you went to.
No,
Hmm.
I never listen. I mean, like I know her famous songs.
Sure.
Like No Doubt was never anything that I was like. They just didn't. I didn't like them. I mean, like, there just wasn't anything like Dashboard.
Everessence. Everessence.
I
mean,
I knew their song, like their famous songs.
Their one big song.
Yeah.
They might have had more than. I mean, they had more than one, but
The one that I really there was yeah, really like two that, but I mean, but when you stack that against all the other bands of like sounded like Creed or sounded like Dashboard Confessional, like it just they're not going to come up very much because it's like 98 emo male bands and then there's like two female artists. But I did really like Plum.
okay.
So as a Christian, like kind of,
I do remember Plum.
I like her whole albums that had Send Angels was a song, or had God Shaped Hole and I think Send Angels. That one I really really liked.
Yeah, my wife liked Plum for a while.
So very cool. Flyleaf was another good one that I did really enjoy. But there's just not a whole lot like because I like Giants of Clay and Newsboys and there just wasn't a kind of matching female alternative rock kind of bands really. It was Christian dominated by men, and I just fell into that, and so it takes a little bit to find.
So do you think that that now has tainted how you find music? Do you think
the algorithm, yeah.
you just skip over?
I don't. So I will say this in my defense, since apparently I've put myself on trial here.
I mean, you're doing a great job of insulting all the women.
In my defense, I do love Monsters and Men, and they were my favorite and most played album, and that is a duo. But there's a strong female lead of that, and so I think it's more stylistic than it is anything else. And just finding those stylistic people that I'm like, oh, I really want to listen to. So
was it the Civil Wars? Were they? That was a husband and wife, or a man and woman.
There was a man and woman. They were not husband
and wife. But
they broke
up.
But
she was phenomenal.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. He's making music again though. He's just put out a new album.
Yeah, so I was listening to. This is how Midwest I am. Yes, I was listening to Garrison Keillor.
Wait,
podcast.
Don't tell me.
Wait, no, tell me.
Isn't he the host for Wait, don't? No, he's not.
No, Garrison Keillor is the. His most popular stuff is like news from Lake Wobegon.
Okay.
Like those stories from.
Yeah.
It's way Minnesota, very Minnesota, and so.
Don't you know?
But he's a fabulous storyteller.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
He ran a radio show forever, and she was on there, and it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, the Civil Wars definitely. Damien Rice, the lady that sings the hymn, she's also phenomenal. Like, he's much better with her, and they broke up too. I don't know if they were dating or not, but so I give props to that. There wasn't just like
maybe she's a phenomenal singer and a terrible person.
It's very possible.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not trying to say. I mean, I'm just saying.
They all could be terrible people.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I'd imagine playing music, putting your heart out. I've always thought putting your heart out there like that.
Yeah.
Would be really hard anyway, and so.
I mean, the rumors were that the Civil Wars broke up because she wanted to keep touring and he had a family and didn't want to.
Sure.
And so he missed his kids and stuff. So
yeah.
But like I said,
well, it's not always like somebody's terrible. It's,
yeah.
I mean, like Newsboy or DC Talk split up because just directions.
Right.
Like.
Yeah, and they were also.
There
was also someone terrible. No.
Yeah, but that probably came. I mean, that probably came after DC Talk.
I don't know. People piled onto it. I didn't really dig too much into it. I just
Hmm.
feel sad.
I mean, maybe it started back then. I don't know.
All
but-
Sons and Daughters. That they were really awesome together.
That's true.
I really like her voice, but I don't know her name. I really helped myself on that one.
Hmm.
Well, it's just that the other dude, David Leonard, like went on to produce like his own albums and like, so she did not.
That's true.
So,
Hmm.
just his name comes to mind because I listened to some of his stuff
Sure.
that he put out. But
All right. So over Easter, I was asked.
yes, my question was not as fun apparently, because
What?
my question was not as fun because
Well,
apparently I
they
outed
didn't jive
myself
together
as
as well as.
no.
I mean,
no, I'll try.
the whole bathroom emotions that worked. That
Much
worked
better.
That worked kind of well.
Much better. All right, sorry. Over Easter.
Over Easter, I was asked the question:
Okay.
where did the bunny and the eggs come from?
Mm.
Like, why is that part of Easter? So, without Googling it,
Yeah. Do you want the real answer? Like, if I know the real answer, do you want it?
I kind of figured you would actually know the real answer.
Give me some lemonade, by the way.
Okay. Your wife said there was a cup out already. Over here. She pointed at that one.
Well, I'm choosing a different cup.
Okay. Well, I'll take lemonade in any cup.
She bought these cups. We haven't used them, so
Oh, we got to try them.
yeah.
See if they seep.
She found these at the Dollar Tree. They're Dallas Cowboy cups. at a Peoria, Illinois Dollar Tree.
Okay. I don't know if somebody from Wisconsin can drink out of this cowboy cup.
Good luck. So I mean I do know where the bunny comes from
Okay.
and the eggs.
Bunny and eggs.
Yeah.
Give us the explanation. Where, what, how, why are bunnies laying eggs, and why do we decide to eat their chocolate poops?
Those are different questions. Those are very different questions. I mean, the whole. So Easter, was a fertility goddess, and so bunnies are known for their multiplication, reproduction
Okay,
prowess.
right?
So they represent that fertility, and eggs are another way that gets represented as well. And so it was in recognition of like the celebration of the fertility that Easter. But as Christians do, some monks who were like, or some priests who were like, well, we don't want to not celebrate Easter. We've got this whole resurrection thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put that
Let's
on
mush
there.
them together.
Because what's better than a story about fertility is actually a guy coming back from the dead, new life. So that's why. But I mean, it's definitely taken on a different commercialized
Sure.
deal. Where
Well, it's the Santa Claus of Easter.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I don't think anybody knew the right answer around the table. So
Sorry, I know dumb things. I don't know why I know dumb things, but I know dumb things.
that's why I asked you, man, because I knew you'd come out with the actual answer.
But I mean, obviously, this is very similar. Like Christians definitely were all about like the subversive, especially in the early years. Like they, especially when they were being persecuted, and so they would take the things that pagans would do and be like, oh yeah, we're doing that holiday, but they would like
Mm-hmm.
they'd switch up the meaning of it because
Yeah.
they were being subversive about it, and they were like, "Oh,
Sure.
we're really celebrating Christ," and so, a lot of that then just became the religious tradition. And the interesting thing, like our church, we did not go to this. I went and hung out with a friend on Wednesday night instead of going to this, but our church did a Seder meal. And Callie was asking me about that because she was like, "What is that?" And it's like, "Oh, well, that's the traditional meal that Jewish people
Callie's
have."
never been to a Seder meal?
No,
Oh.
no.
Huh.
But it's one they still have. They're celebrating, the freedom from Egypt and Moses and freedom from slavery,
Right. The
Yeah.
whole Passover deal.
and that's actually what Jesus does with his disciples. They are having a Passover meal now. He takes the blood and the wine and the body of the bread and turns it into something totally different, which is kind of like
Kind of totally different.
totally different, but the meaning, the object of the meaning, yeah, not totally different, but the lamb becomes him.
Well, I mean, so our church has done a Seder meal
Yeah,
a couple times. And yeah, arguably, and this might be Christians taking over maybe too much, but
reading the New Testament back into the Old Testament.
right. But it is extremely remarkable how the Jewish traditions of Passover that are celebrated
Yeah,
coincide so well with what Jesus was talking about
yeah.
throughout that whole meal.
Well, I mean, I
And
would.
not only his death and resurrection, but just the moments
Yeah,
and the symbol of the cup, and it means different things at different points. And so, and the bread
yeah,
means different things at different points, and things are happening, and everything on the plate is symbolic of things.
right.
I mean, if you want to know all the details, you got to read the Old Testament, but
All of the Old Testament. Don't skip a verse.
yeah,
Gotta read
right.
all of it.
But you also, I mean, but that's what I appreciated about going to a Seder meal,
Yeah.
is it
Mm-hmm.
it really does make you like realize that the cross was thought of from the beginning.
Yeah.
Because sure, you could argue that it's New Testament being read back into the Old Testament, but there's
Well,
too many coincidental, like, that fits so well.
Well, I mean, I think that you would say that regardless of whether the Jewish people knew it at the time, they were celebrating a past rescue, but they were also looking to a future rescuer, and they may not have thought of it as what Jesus does, but they were still envisioning a future savior. So, yeah, I mean,
Well, and the fact that all the symbols, all the sacrifices point to Christ,
yeah,
not only Passover, but, I mean, whenever the Old Testament is talking about a sacrifice, it's either talking about the consequence for sin, or it's talking about the depth that is needed for cleansing.
oh man. Is that actually true? Sorry.
Are you reading news right now?
No, I just got a concert alert.
Oh,
You're never gonna guess.
Paul's gonna go to Plum.
No, I can't. This is real. This is actually happening.
Carmen's coming back.
The
Do you remember Carmen?
I do remember Riot. Christian. I remember those. The Insane Clown Posse is coming to Davenport, Iowa.
Wow. Insane Clown Posse still is around?
I know.
How are they still alive?
I
That's
don't
like
know. How are they still alive, and how are they still putting makeup on and jumping around? And I don't even know what they do. They drink Faygo. That's what I know. Oh, sorry. I just was.
That's like the Rolling Stones still being around.
I-
It just blows your mind that those kind of bands are.
Yeah. What else do you do though? Like, I mean, you're just what you. That's what you do.
Insane Clown Posse.
You play music, and so, what are you gonna stop and like go be a bank manager?
Well, I mean, I don't know what you do. I don't know. That's not me at all. So I have no
I know,
idea.
but I mean, these things like Scott, like Creed's not a band anymore, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what is Scott Stapp doing? Like, what is Scott Stapp? What is he doing right now? Like, he sang for Creed. What is his future trajectory? Like I think he sings in other bands.
I mean,
that's like all
hopefully
he does.
he invested well, and he's just living off investments because I'd imagine you make a ton of money.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know.
I mean, those big name bands like that, Creed or Insane Clown Posse, that were Insane Clown Posse was listened to by, of course, they were big in the area in the age of Napster, so they might not have made any money at all because that was prime thieving music era.
Yeah. Sorry, I opened my phone because you said read the Old Testament, and I had to read my. I've been working on this plan to go through the books of wisdom for like a year now. I think I'm not doing well.
The books of wisdom,
Yeah,
Proverbs.
Proverbs, Psalms, Ecclesiastes, Job,
Okay,
and I've done some of that, but I haven't
you're spending a year in those.
I shouldn't. It was a 40-day plan,
Oh.
and I'm on like day
I
365.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But today was the end of Ecclesiastes.
Okay,
It wasn't supposed to be. I mean, technically,
it doesn't matter, man. You're reading it, whatever.
technically, I'm supposed to read more, but I haven't got to. But I just opened it, hit play today, and it was like, oh, this is where you're at. You finished the last, but but I just wanted to just really, give you some encouragement. So,
From Ecclesiastes.
uh-huh.
Okay, all right.
I just the last
Be ready.
the last two chapters of just straight on encouragement.
Be ready, listeners, for the wonderful encouragement from Ecclesiastes.
Light is sweet. How pleasant to see a new day dawning. Okay, there you go. That's
Yeah, keep reading, buddy.
when people live to be very old. Let them rejoice in every day of life.
Mm-hmm.
That's so good.
Yeah.
But let them also remember there will be many dark days.
Mm-hmm.
Everything still to come
Mm-hmm.
is meaningless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you, Ecclesiastes.
And then there's the whole thing about being young, and it says, but remember that youth, with a whole life before you, is meaningless.
Mm-hmm. That was your encouragement for the day? That's what it ended with?
Just,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Well, Ecclesiastes 11 and the last two chapters, it ends, like, chapter 12 ends with, like everything is meaning. Like I've done it all. Because he's there's this guy, and he's like, the only thing is fear God.
Yeah.
And live for him.
Yeah.
Because everything else is meaningless.
Yeah. Seek the Lord. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that is the last part of it. But I just, like, chapter 11 is just full of joy. Just so, like, oh, you're young? Yeah, well, that's meaningless. Oh, you got old? Good news. That's meaningless too.
Right.
Welcome to nothing but meaningless.
Which I would argue that's exactly what American culture is finding out. Or they're not. I mean, because what they're doing is, and maybe we've been doing this forever, and this is just every generation realizes this too late, but it just seems like there's so much. We're getting to a point where people are either not striving for anything at all and just losing themselves in the mundane, or they're striving for things that are so not important. And they're caring about stuff that is just so not important. I'll put it very Old Testament. They've created gods that shouldn't be. And so they're pursuing these things, these ideas, with the, and because everything is meaningless, and it's not a pursuit of God, that allows you to just randomly choose, okay, well, I think sexuality identity is the most important thing. I choose politics is the most important thing. I choose, I think it's getting harder and harder to tell people, hey, I know you feel like that's the most important thing, but it's not really. And so I think that is the encouraging part of Ecclesiastes, of while the whole book is, yeah, there's a time for this and there's a time for that, and everything's a vapor and everything's vanity and everything's, however meaningless, however you want to interpret that Hebrew word. The encouraging part is that if you read it backwards, if you start at, oh man, so everything's meaningless? Yeah, but he ends at, seek the Lord, follow the Lord. Like, God's way is the only thing that matters. And so if that's true, then all of these other life experiences now have meaning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think the genius of Ecclesiastes and how it's written is he's walking you through an experience. It's not really meant to be read one chapter at a time.
Hey, the way
apparently
I'm doing
that's how you're doing it.
The way I'm doing it is not meant to be the way I'm doing it, because I should have been done with this plan about 320 days ago, but I'm still working on it, so
right.
I haven't given. Mama's proud. I'm still going.
All right, I don't care how long it takes you to read the Bible. Just keep doing it. But
it's just a jarring thing to be like, all right, let me see what's on the old Devo today.
Yeah.
Oh,
here's your morning encouragement.
Oh.
Yeah, here's your morning encouragement.
But I did. So I think along with that, like that seeking, that we're striving for, I do think that. So I listened to a lot of Dallas Willard this morning. So I'm gonna sound smarter than I am, because I'm not nearly as smart as he was. But one of the things that it just really struck me, especially as we think about the world and the state we're in with politics in the United States and war and presidents and all that kind of stuff, is that Jesus conquers through self-sacrifice. Like, he took up a cross, which is as instrument of death, like it's dying. He said, and he even told us, he's like, carry around the thing that causes you to die. And I was listening, and Willard is a big proponent. If you don't know Dallas Willard, he's part of him and Richard Foster. These are contemporary.
These are theologians that we learned from.
Yes, when we were in college, when Count Jim and I were in college. These are and I
indirectly, not. I was never in a Willard class.
I wish.
But
I so wish, but I was not. I read a
Paul
lot of
was
his
close
books.
enough. You could have.
I could have. Yeah. I had no clue at that time, but Either way, these are theologians from Genesis. But Foster he wrote the Celebration of Disciplines. Willard also very big into spiritual disciplines. And Willard's passed away. I don't know if Foster's still alive or not. I haven't, but I know Dallas is no longer with us. But very smart man. He academics like he is. Academia, and so one of the things he talked about was the idea about how we were called to live by the flesh, not by the flesh, by the spirit, because the flesh is too easily entangled by the desires of the sinful desires and stuff like that. And one of the things he talks about in there is spiritual disciplines help us to prepare our way so that we can surrender, because it is almost a work of the flesh. It is a work of the flesh to try to control yourself. And the work, and that's where Jim and I are talking about this at dinner, and so I don't want to lose everybody in this, but talking about like there's some works of the flesh that aren't inherently bad. Like trying to control yourself in the flesh is not necessarily bad, because self-control is a good thing, but what the flesh represents is only what you can do through your own human strength and abilities. And so like spiritual disciplines are not about trying to be better at controlling ourselves through the flesh. They're about learning how to submit to the Spirit. And I think that's why you have things like AA, and NA or whatever, Narcotics Anonymous, where you have to submit to a higher power as part of that process, because when we want to rule, we go amiss when we try to rule even our own bodies. But we submit and that's why I think Romans 12:1 says we're offering up our bodies as living sacrifices, because we are not necessarily ruling over ourselves. Although it's not a fully thought out thought, so please continue to debate that. But I think there's at least there's that sense of like part of spiritual disciplines is teaching ourselves how to submit and obey and listen to God's Spirit over our own, even our good intentions of wanting to rule.
Yeah. But I think that produces an obedience in the flesh.
Yes.
So I don't think it's.
But I would argue
separation from the flesh. I think it's a combination. I think it's
yes.
a both and.
No, and I think I probably left that part out.
If you,
which is so it's not a mortification. So what we would have probably to fully flesh out the argument, what we would have probably heard is like the flesh is bad and we want to kill the flesh. Like the flesh has got to die. Mm-hmm. That mortification of the flesh.
Sure.
And so what Willard is arguing for, and what I did not argue very well for, but is this idea that the flesh itself doesn't need to be killed necessarily. It's not bad. It just needs to learn how to submit properly. And when it does, then the work of the flesh in obedience to the Spirit are good.
Yeah.
And so, and that's what I was saying earlier. What we were talking earlier, like there's actually a physical component to most spiritual disciplines, like fasting. Denying yourself sustenance,
right?
Has a physical component, but it's a spiritual reason.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's a little bit different. I think it's different than what most when I was going through college age and young adulthood, I think most of the time I would have heard the lesson of like, you got to kill the flesh. You gotta die to the flesh. And it's like,
right.
You do have to die to the control of the flesh and trying to do things within your own strength and ability. The works of the flesh are evident because they're only what humans can accomplish without the work of God. But it's not all like, people people do really good things without ever having the Spirit of God.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people can love really well and not know Jesus.
Mm.
Like, people can do good things.
Well, if you separate the flesh from the spirit, you're starting to get into weird realms of theology.
Yeah,
And I think it's got to be holistic.
right.
And so,
But we have, as a movement, I mean, as a Christian, like conservative, as a movement, that is a place, at least for me, I know that we did. It was like kind of like this, oh, the flesh has got to die, and you got to, and so, and then people like Foster came along, and Willard came along, and were like, no, you're the whole, you're the wholeness is both flesh and spirit,
sure.
and there's goodness in all of that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And maybe that's what I don't know. So, you and I both grew up in the whole, like, that, what I've heard podcasts rail on of the purity culture
Yeah.
and whatever. And I've listened to podcasts that try and parse out why the Christianity we grew up with was wrong. And it's very much taking modern opinions and reading those into what was happening in the world back then.
Yeah.
And so and in high school I was rebellious, and so I guess I avoided a lot of that. I mean, I was still kind of trying to pose a little bit, so I went to some kind of purity thing that our youth group did, and I think our church hosted a sex education kind of thing for teens that we went to, and so I mean, I guess I was aware of the purity culture, but it didn't really, like, my heart wasn't there. Like, that's not really where I was. And so,
yeah.
And I knew all the rules of, like, yeah, sex before marriage, bad. So, got it. Like, how much
Right.
can we, what else do you want me to do? No, just keep your pants on. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, do we really need a 3-hour meeting for this? Yeah, because purity is purity. And so, so I don't know. I don't know if that's modern day culture reading into too much of, like, what was really hammered into you, that sex is bad. I don't know if it was. It was hammered into me that you wait for marriage. That's true. But I never really got the whole, like, sex is bad stuff. So maybe I just had different teachers, and maybe our church did it different than everybody. I mean, in the majority of what those conferences were. Because I never went to a big youth, like, purity conference. It was just like a video or something.
Yeah, I never went to one. I mean, I did read parts of I Kissed Dating Goodbye.
Okay.
I don't think I ever read the full book. It made the circles.
I never really dated, so I didn't really care. Like, that's not really, I never really was in there. And then rebellion happened, and all I was doing was living for fun. So, forget. I don't even care what you're gonna tell me to do, because I'm just living for fun. And then, I don't know. So then we circle out. I don't know how we got all the way here, but
Dallas Willard and
circling all back to separating out spirit and flesh and killing the flesh.
Yeah.
I guess I just never felt in the churches I was raised in that was an actual, like, full separation.
Right.
I feel like it was always taught pretty well of, if nothing else, I mean, if it was taught like this flesh needs to die, it was always taught in the mode of that flesh needs to die because it's pulling you away from Jesus.
Yeah.
And so I don't think, and there again, maybe I just had good churches. Maybe I maybe I had good teachers. And I guarantee if you went to them and said, hey, you're a good teacher, they'd deny it. But because a lot of the teachers I listened to were just guys that were volunteering, and girls that were volunteering at the youth group.
Yeah, I guess it's interesting because I help out with youth now, and it's not really something that, of course, I'm at a junior high level, so maybe they talk a little bit more about it at high school level, but it's not something that we really even talk about. Like, it hasn't really been the...
Like killing your flesh? Or?
No, like sex is bad and don't have sex, and purity culture and
Sure.
stuff like that. Like, just the curriculum hasn't really, been that.
Do you talk about identity, though?
Not really.
Hmm.
I mean, if anything, we talk about who we are in Christ, I guess, a little bit, but
Sure.
not like, I don't know, man. I have like 6th grade boys, like getting them to focus, like.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Well, and you don't want to approach anything sex. I mean, like.
So, I mean, we got on the subject of the Trinity the last time we met, and like we had to determine that today we had to determine that God is a person, he's a being, but he's not a man. Like, because they're like is the Holy Spirit a being or is a person? And it's like, yes. And they're like, what? And like, well, he's not a human, but he's still a person. He still has a personhood. And they're like, oh, okay. Like, it's like, you guys need to sing some old hymns, man. Holy, 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 God in 3 persons, blessed Trinity. But, just I think so much of the, well, and this is maybe this is just part of where I'm at now, but so much of my cultural experience with Christianity, and especially Southern cultural Christianity, was like we were the start of the culture war. Like we were like, don't be like them, don't be like the others. The Southern Baptist Convention boycotted Disney because they were one of the first companies that recognized homosexual relationships and gave benefits and stuff like that. And so we were like, the SBC was like, we're going to boycott Disney. And of course, we were just like, okay. I don't know what that means. Like, like we still everybody watched all the Disney movies. I don't really, nobody's not watching The Lion King. It's just,
sure.
I think I think the difficulty that I struggle with, or when I think back about that, is not so much the purity culture, it's just like the legalism and how shallow it feels or felt as I look back. Because I do think, like, we were raised on things like the Sermon on the Mount, where Jesus is like, love your enemies and take care of the poor, and it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter heaven. And like we're like, we should know all these things, the rich young ruler and all those, and yet it felt like we got so caught up into cultural wars that it became like almost obsessive to be on the other side of that, of being like, yeah, you gotta, we gotta have True Love Waits. I never went to a True Love Waits conference, but that was something that was going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think it was more of like we have to win the culture war. And from where in the midst, I mean, I was in the midst of it, so I didn't really necessarily get that. But looking back, looking like there was a whole lot of focus on that, because we focused a lot on that, but we didn't focus a lot on like loving your neighbor, like making your kingdom, making your town a better place because of lifting each other up. Like there was still, I can still, I mean, I was a little bit older. I just got married. So, ripe age of 25, so a little bit older. But, we're in a small church in this town, and Habitat for Humanity wants to fix up this family's house because they had a grease fire. And they're like, yeah, we just need you guys to sign that if we, for some reason, can't come up with the materials. We're going to come up with the materials. But if we can't, we just want you guys to agree to, backfill whatever we needed. And it couldn't have been more than, I mean, let's say even it was something like crazy, like $5,000. Like, as a church, could we have come up with it? Yeah. But we didn't. We just voted it down because we're like, well, we just can't do that. And then just sitting there, I remember going to my pastor after that, and I was like, man, I don't know if that's right. And he's like, well, it's God's will. And I was just like, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can just sit with you on that one.
Yeah.
And it was the fear. It was people. They weren't a very affluent or nice couple. Like they were kind of a family that was on the edge, and so they were kind of poor, and they weren't part of us, and so it was like, yeah, we're not gonna risk. And I'm just like thinking about, look back at that. I mean, I was like, I think Jesus would have said, let's do this.
Let's take care of their house.
Yeah,
sure.
And so I think some of the thing that strikes me about, like, if I was gonna critique, and I mean, looking back as 2020, obviously, if I was gonna critique, I would say that the amount of Christian culture that was created, that was surface level and never actually penetrated to the heart, is the thing that I would critique if I was going to point back to what I remember from my youth group and like college age group.
Sure.
Is that we knew, I mean, and this is again, you said this about, the everything is meaningless. Like, yeah, I think it's been going on for all this time, and this is nothing new. Like, Jesus talks about the people who was like, yeah, my scripture, but your heart is far from me. And I felt like, and I'm not even saying that in like a righteous, judgy way of like, man, those people. I mean, it's just more of like, man, it just feels like we were better at creating Christian culture than we were than actually living out Christ. Like,
yeah, and I think we're some of the rare ones that stuck with it.
Yeah.
Because of the grace of Christ and just his touch of our hearts. And I think what that allows us to see is, or what that allows for us is, I'm not surprised that people are leaving the church.
Right.
Because...
yeah.
And I'm also not surprised, the older I get, that people are coming back to the church.
Right.
Because people were leaving the church because they saw their parents say and do one thing at church and then live their whole lives a different way.
Yeah.
And I think... well, and I think that can be tainted. I think that's hard.
Yeah. Because people aren't perfect, and parents aren't perfect. And
because we're not perfect people,
right.
And every teenager in the world is a perfect teenager, and so as soon as your parents do something wrong as a teenager, it's embedded in your brain.
Yeah.
and then that just grows. If it's not, well, yeah, if it's not intentionally talked through
Right.
as a family.
Right.
And so I think that's a lot of reasons why people were walking, and maybe are still walking away from maybe I mean, especially the evangelical church that I grew up in, like,
Yeah.
because it's very good at drawing your attention. I grew up in a very big church. We were really good at putting on a Christmas program, and we were really good at doing Sunday services that were well oiled and practiced, and and we had good sermons. I mean, we had a pastor that was really, really good at delivering sermons, and so, and I think if that's all your faith is, it's not deep enough.
Yeah.
And in a big church like mine, it was pretty easy to be like, well, yeah, church thing done. But for whatever reason, I didn't grow up in that family. I grew up in a family that understood it's about life change, and it's about everyday life, and it's about saying yes to Jesus every day.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I don't. I mean, that's grace right there, just because those are none of those decisions are mine. And
yeah.
And maybe I have a tainted view of Ecclesiastes or I have the bias that I have with Ecclesiastes because I lived it.
Yeah.
I mean, and any believer that has grown up in the church and then went through rebellion and come back, they've lived it. Because whatever that thing was, mine was fun. My mantra was I'm living life for the most fun possible at every moment. Others work can be that thing or whatever. All those other things, all those other pursuits. But once God takes your heart again, you go, or at some point, God taps your heart and says, do you see what your life is going to be? This is it. And you go, oh, well, I think I want more.
Yeah. I have a fondness for Ecclesiastes because sorry. This always makes me laugh. When I was just out of college, I did so every spring break. So I was a college minister for our Baptist student ministry, and every spring break we would go to South Padre. But one year we went to South Padre and Corpus Christi, and I was the lead on the Corpus Christi trip. So while I was there, the guy that was organizing these different churches in Corpus Christi doing evangelism, like campus evangelism, stuff like that. Very Baptist, very come to Jesus.
Yeah.
He asked if I wanted to do the message at one of we fed him Chick-fil-A sandwiches, and then we're sang some songs, and then and I definitely used Ecclesiastes everything is meaningless.
That's awesome.
Except for following God.
That chicken sandwich that you were so desperate for means nothing.
You guys, you chasing your drugs and your alcohol and your sex. No, I didn't say all that. I don't remember what I said, but I do know I preached that passage.
Sure.
Of all the passages, I could have been
of all the evangelical passages.
For some reason, I was there. He's like, "You want to do this?" And I'm like, "Yeah." What am I going to talk about? I think I had maybe a day or something to prepare. It was, or even an hour, and I was all
sure.
I know what I'm going with.
I'm going with
What these people, what these carnal people need to hear is Ecclesiastes.
Well, I think that's the amazing thing about teaching, preaching, whatever.
Yeah.
Is there's so many dumb things that I've said in front of people, and yet, taking the bigger picture,
yeah,
God put me there
yeah,
for some reason,
yeah,
and I have a hard time thinking that the Creator God who loves all of our hearts
yeah,
equally would subject a whole crowd of people to my dumb thoughts. I mean, how arrogant is that? That people are hanging on my every word, that they remember just the dumb phrases that I said? That stuff is stuff I remember. When hopefully,
yeah,
the Holy Spirit was in something else that I said.
Oh man,
Because I read the Bible.
every
if
time.
nothing else, they got the Bible. Because every time I'm in front of people,
Yeah,
I'm trying to read the Bible, and so
yeah. Every time I preach, definitely somebody comes up to me and says like, "Oh, you know when you said this, and it was definitely not the point of the message, or something that I spent a whole lot of time developing." And they're like, "You know when you said this?" I'm like, "Yeah." That was the thing. That was the thing I needed to hear. And I was like, okay, God, thanks. Yeah. Just thanks for, again, taking me out of this equation.
Right.
Just using me as a,
Yeah.
as a vessel. I'm glad that I could, but like, I mean, I will say that it's still an awkward thing for me. I don't promote this podcast at all very well. I mean, I'm lazily put it on Facebook and LinkedIn, sometimes on Instagram. But there's still like, last Wednesday night, I had a friend with my friend Rosh. He was like, he wanted to talk to me about the podcast because he listened to the Judas adjacent one, which talking about how you can be in the presence of Jesus and still not have a heart change. And he wanted to kind of talk up through that, and I was like, yeah, man, we can talk. I mean, I don't know that I have really good answers or any more than I have what have already given, but. Yeah, we can definitely talk, but it's like I'm always, like, I'm a little bit always apprehensive because I'm also like, these are just my stream of consciousness thoughts, and I reserve the right to go back and go, yeah, I don't believe that anymore, like, or that's not what I meant, or I was wrong, like, because I just talk a lot and off the top of my head, and then but people listen, and I'm just like.
Yeah.
Like, what? Why? I mean, I don't want people to tell me why either. Like, that's not a comfortable thing either. I don't want you to be like, well, the reason no, that's not what I'm asking. I'm more of just being like, please don't tell me, and also why. Like, I just need to know. So, it is, like. The two hardest things to think about for me is one is to know that God like uses us despite our failures, and like even in the midst of like we both have listened to the Mars Hill, Rise and Fall of Mars Hill, that whole conundrum of being like God was moving, people were getting saved, and yet there was this whole moral failure that was happening in the background of that, and you're like, how do you put those two things together? And I'm like, I do not know how, other than to say that God uses us despite, oftentimes, in spite.
Yeah.
Oftentimes.
Yeah.
And the other thing is just to know that, the older I get, the more I look back and think how young and dumb I was, and also go like, why did people let me stand up on a stage and talk? Why do people let me drive their kids 3 hours?
Yeah. What's really trippy to think about, what's really trying to wreck, like, is looking back at some of the things and and remembering some of the stages I've been on, or classes I've taught, or whatever, groups I've facilitated, and thinking about how I would see that facilitator now, of be like, because I do it to some people, some people that are either facilitating and new to facilitating, or younger teachers or preachers,
Yeah.
and I'll go, I mean, that's because you're 20 years old. You're thinking like that because you're 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes sometimes that's a valid thought. Sometimes it's because I mean, it's just kind of trippy to kind of go back and be like, oh, and kind of have that lens on some of the past things that you've done of, yeah, I thought that was really good, but 45, 46-year-old me, that was probably not that great, actually.
That's why I don't even listen to my old podcast.
Sure.
2 days ago, Paul.
That's not good. Not good anymore. Not good.
Not good. That's such a core memory that only you and I have. Christian Center. Old architect. Looking at the plans you drew up. Not good.
No, not good. All right, man. Just tell me what you guys need.
What do we need?
What do I got to do?
Not
Just
good.
stamp it, man.
Oh. All right, here we go. Would you rather have a chinchilla that reorganizes one thing in your life every week without telling you, or a chicken that steals one small thing from anyone who wronged you?
A chinchilla that rearranged what?
A chinchilla that reorganizes one thing in your life every week without telling you.
What does that even mean? I don't know what that means.
It reorganizes like
Reorganizes one
sock
thing
drawer,
in my life.
your tool bench.
Reorganizes one thing in
Yeah.
my life
Your schedule.
without telling me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you go out to where you think you kept your tools, they've been reorganized. Maybe not better, maybe they are better, but they've been reorganized and you don't know that they've been reorganized.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
a chicken that steals one small thing from anyone who wronged you.
Do I get that? Does the chicken bring it to me, or does it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't say, but I'm gonna give it a yeah.
So it's an excuse to go see the person that has wronged me.
No,
Because now I have their thing,
I think it's the
and I don't want to be a thief.
well, even you're not. The chicken is.
Well, if he brings it to me, I'm the thief.
Okay, the chicken doesn't bring it to you. The chicken keeps it for its own hoard, and you just know that it happens.
I kind of like the chaos of reorganizing my world every once in a while.
Okay.
I mean, that would be really frustrating, but I think I would actually go with that.
The reorganization.
The reorganization of my life.
I kind of like the vindictive chicken.
Yeah.
It's one small thing.
Well, it has nothing. It doesn't affect your life at all.
No. But I know that someone has wronged me. They're missing one small thing
It's in a
due
little
to
thing.
due to the chicken theft.
I don't know if I have that many people that wrong me.
Well, blessed to be you.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't really have a long list, but I have a list.
my wife is probably on there a bunch of times.
It doesn't count. can't count that.
but that's on purpose.
And you guys have chickens, so I mean,
Maybe I do have a chicken.
It's
Maybe, and I have nothing to do with the chickens, so I wouldn't know if they're thieving anything from my wife.
Would you rather have a penguin that waddles next to you and makes you look calmer than you are, or a raccoon that finds whatever you lost but leaves it somewhere slightly inconvenient?
Well, I already have the raccoon in my life.
You are the raccoon.
I mean, sometimes, yeah, that's what I'm. Between me and just stuff moving around our house, I already have the raccoon, so I'm going with the penguin.
Just waddling next to
Just
you.
A calm looking.
Calm.
I don't. I mean, people have told me that I look calm all the time.
Well, imagine if you had a penguin that increased that calmness.
I know, I would look asleep.
Hmm.
People would wonder if I do any work. And I would tell them, no,
I do not.
I have a penguin that walks next to me. What do you mean do I do work?
Oh.
This is my job, right here, to
Yep.
walk around with my penguin.
Would you rather have a pigeon that delivers compliments from strangers, or a cat that purrs louder the closer you are to making the right decision?
Penguin. Pigeon. Going back to the penguin. Anything but the cat. I don't know. You said cat, and I stopped listening.
It purrs louder the closer you get to making the right decision.
I don't care. It's a cat. I don't want a cat. I'm allergic to cats. Number one.
Hmm. I mean, I'm with the cat then. Like
And
that's
I'm-
an easy one for me.
And
It's
I'm
also-
putting my fate in the mood of a cat. No thanks.
That's weird. Like a pigeon's just gonna show up and like, hey, I can't tell you who told you this, but you don't know 'em. But they said this. And
Yeah,
that gives you a compliment.
absolutely.
It's so weird.
Yeah. Well, I get one once a year. So, I mean, I live in a small community. So, the anonymous compliments not really happening too often.
From a pigeon, I don't think so. I say nay. Would you rather be able to talk to squirrels, but they only talk about things that happened 3 years ago, or talk to horses, but they always respond like they already knew what you were going to say?
Squirrels. Sticking with the squirrels. So far, I've chosen A the entire time.
I know. You know, one of the horses, or they just you wouldn't like that they would respond like, oh, I knew you were gonna say that. Like,
Yeah, that's annoying.
oh, you can only talk about things that happened 3 years ago. That must be like a lifetime for squirrels. 3 years ago.
I read a stat. I don't know how. I mean, stats are. I mean, 90% of stats are made up. So, I read a stat that squirrels forget about like 75%.
So many percentage of their nuts that they bury.
Yeah, like the majority of nuts that they bury, they forget about. So it would be. I feel like talking to a squirrel about things that happened 3 years ago would be like talking to some of our camp staff that just made up stories about things, and you're like, okay, that's fun. You know, because like the squirrel's not gonna remember 3 years ago. He can't even remember where he buried that nut. I'll go with squirrel.
Some weird ones.
Horse. Plus, I have way more squirrels in my life than horses. I don't even remember the last time I was face to face with a horse. What am I going to talk to a horse about?
Prices of hay.
Nope. Don't care about the prices of hay. Do you care about the prices of hay?
I know, but the horse would.
No, he wouldn't.
A good conversationalist
A
would
horse
engage
doesn't pay for anything.
with a horse that could talk.
Still doesn't pay for
I
anything.
don't know.
Actually, I would argue he pays for less than a horse that can't talk.
All right. Well, this one's gonna make you choose between the two things you don't like.
Okay. You found a cat and a cat.
Have a horse that stands next to you every time you're about to apologize for something that wasn't your fault, or a cat that knocks things off your desk every time you're procrastinating.
What does the horse do?
He stands next to you every time you're about to apologize for something that's not your fault.
What does the cat do? Knocks something
Off your desk when you're procrastinating.
Oh, well, I'm always procrastinating.
Then you have a cat.
That would be that cat would be really constantly.
Just knocking stuff.
Yep, still going with the horse. Avoiding the cat. I don't like cats. That would get me to not like cats so much more. So I'm going through all this stuff out of my dad's house.
Yeah.
Screws, bunch of random building stuff. Just picture everything you need to build a house.
Okay.
And then all the stuff that goes in the dumpster. And then combine that all in one bin. And that's basically what I was going through. And because my dad's a hunter, I also found about a dozen bullets of various like
calibers,
unspent ammunition just hanging out in boxes of screws, just banging around.
It was in his pocket. He had to put it somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it ended up in all the tool stuff, but it's just kind of fun to rattle around a 5-gallon drum or 5-gallon bucket of screws, and then shake it, and then look at the bottom, and there's 3 or 4 unspent ammunitions in the bottom of that, spinning around with sharp objects.
It'll be fine.
Haven't gone out yet, right? They're all corroding and stuff. Like, yeah. Right now they're just sitting in the shop, so if they go off, whatever.
Yep.
They'll just bounce around the shop a bunch. Excuse me.
Why don't you want that? That doesn't make any sense.
What? Oh, you're still reading it.
Yeah.
Would you rather?
Would you rather have... I don't get the second one. But I'll read you the first one and then the second one. I'll read you them both.
Okay.
But I don't get the second one.
Okay.
Would you rather have a frog that inflates into a bouncy ball you can ride whenever you squeeze it? Yes.
Okay. A frog that inflates to a bouncy ball that you can ride. Got it.
Yep, whenever you squeeze it. A crow that explodes into 100 smaller crows and reassembles wherever you point.
Okay.
What?
A crow
That explodes into 100
explodes into 100 little
smaller
crows. And then reassembles where I point?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
That doesn't...
I don't know the purpose of that one. Other than watching a crow explode into 100 crows. That'd be kind of cool.
And then pointing and it says crow somewhere else. Would you rather every time you sneeze a random small animal floats down from the sky and lands near you? Or every time you hiccup, you briefly swap locations with the nearest dog?
With the nearest dog.
With the nearest dog.
Well, you live in an apartment, so that's really weird for you.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, they're next to us.
I would move from my dog is super old and super lazy, so I would hiccup and end up in the corner of my living room because that's where my dog is all the time. What was the other one?
Every time you sneeze, a small animal lands softly beside you.
Oh, the small animal for sure. Hopefully that small animal is sometimes aggressive. That would be fun.
What? Every time you lie, would you rather? Every time you lie, a small trophy appears in your hand that says "liar" on it, or every time you fall asleep, a spotlight appears over you.
Huh. Well, I would take the spotlight because that's not going to affect me at all. My wife tells me that all the time. Would you rather eat the feet
Oh no!
or the tail of
Ooh.
a chocolate bunny first?
That ended up in a way different place than I thought it was going. Honestly.
I went Easter.
Yeah, you
Would
did.
you rather?
Yeah, you did. Well, it started with would you rather eat the feet?
I
And
know.
I don't want to eat the feet of really anything, but
The feet or the tail? Where are you starting on your bunny? You can't start at the ears. It's the feet or the ear or the tail.
the feet.
Yeah? I mean, the original question is the ears or the tail, and I thought everybody starts at the ears.
The feet. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Yep.
Would you rather have pastel-colored hair for a day or wear bunny ears all week?
Oh, I'd wear bunny ears
Bunny ears in a heart.
all week. Also, it's 9:27, dear.
Oh. Well, it's after 9 regardless.
Yeah, Callie just came in here and whispered, "You do realize it's 9:45?" It's not. It's not. It's not. It's 9. It's not even 9:30 yet.
Would you rather have a wife that constantly updates you on the time?
I'm coming back for this question. What did you say? Would you rather have a wife what?
Huh?
Huh?
What?
I want to hear the rest of that.
I didn't say anything.
Or a fox that helps you phase through a wall, but it leaves your outline of the wall that you phase through. Love you, honey.
Yeah, I love you too.
Man. It is getting late.
Hmm.
Are we gonna do a May one? Maybe?
Is this the May one?
That's just April.
Oh.
This is the very first part of April.
Oh.
You start to get busy in May, so we'll see.
I start to get busy now.
Yeah.
April's crazy.
Yeah.
May is really crazy.
Maybe this is the last one for a while.
It might be. I mean, we'll see. Weekdays.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's look at the calendar. Let's see. Yeah, May. We could do the first week of May.
All right.
Or the first full week of May.
Yeah. I'm good with that.
I mean, this is the first week of full week of April, so that works.
Yeah. 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 We'll put it on the schedule. We'll see how it works. But yeah.
That should work.
All right. So hopefully, dear listeners, you will
There we go. We'll get one in May.
yeah,
We'll try and
catch
do one.
us in May.
We'll
So,
try and do one in May. There we go.
But there you go. There's another episode with Jim. Jim Talks.
Apparently we're done because Callie called time on us.
This is 9:30, and
It's 9:30.
yeah, and you gotta drive home.
I don't even know how long we've been doing this because
2 hours.
neither one of us care. We just kind of sit and then we start talking
2 hours and 13
Okay.
minutes.
as we go.
Yeah.
As we go.
Okay.
how did this Easter stand out to you?
How did this Easter stand out to you? I think for me, I think like this Easter is just it's a reminder. I guess it comes back to what I was talking about a little earlier. It's just a reminder that God God has this plan, and he is establishing this kingdom, and like from a human standpoint, we would think that the best way to do that is through government or through some authority that we do, by physical force or fear or all these things. And yet, when Jesus chooses to establish that, like he establishes the kingdom through sacrificing himself, submission, and so for me, it was just a reminder that we follow a crucified Christ, and I guess just a continued reminder that we are continuing to die to oneself, and that's our call, and that's how we build our kingdoms around us. Our kingdoms being the influence that we have, and hopefully we're building those for God, so they're God's kingdom that we're being part of that. But we all are building something in the community around us, and hopefully that's coming because you are dying to self. And so it's just a continued reminder of that. And so that's where I've kind of landed, and just because the world events and things going on around us, and just how upside down it feels when you have some people who claim Christianity and they're praying that their enemies end up in hell, and then you have Jesus who takes on the sins of the world and takes that to the cross, and doesn't curse his enemies, but instead prays for them. Asks that God forgives them because they don't know what they're doing. So that's where Easter's hitting me this year. How about you?
I think it's that wonderful reminder that the tomb is empty, and that means something significant. It's not just, some years, yeah, sure, my sins, that's what I focus on. Some years, it's just the grace that, man, at any moment he could have stopped his experience, and he didn't, because that's how important sin is for me, for us, and for him.
Yeah.
Some years it's that whole Jesus did that for us. This year, it was really a good reminder that he genuinely stepped out of that tomb. He's genuinely calling us to a life of faith. In that new life, I think for me, I'm trying to get to a space where that new life cannot be explained outside of my faith. I'm trying to get to a space that, from the outside looking in, somebody would go, so what now? How did that work out for you?
Yeah.
Well, because faith in Jesus.
Right.
That's what I'm trying. And so that's what stood out to me is that promise of him.
Yeah.
Because he's the first fruit, because he's the first one that stepped out of the grave, we get to do that too.
Yeah.
So that's what hit me this year.
Yeah. I mean, I talked about it a little bit in the podcast. We talked about it even before that, but I think it's like that idea that Dallas Willard has is like the work of the flesh is evident because it's what we can do within our own strength and power.
Mm.
And how often do we settle for that?
Mm.
You know, not the how do we do this? Oh, it's all Jesus. It's like, oh yes, I guess somebody could just will themselves to do that. But what's that thing that is only by God that we can do, that surrender, that extra step of love, whatever it might be. That is I think that's my Easter challenge as well. And I'll add into that. I'll jump onto yours and bonus say.
Yeah.
Because that's what Willard was preaching in my ear this morning as I was walking a mile, and that's what he was reminding me
Sure.
of, and that just keeps coming back. So
Yeah.
it's probably God knocking on my heart, going,
Well,
"Hey,
it's
dummy, dummy, here, listen."
Yeah. Well, that's the beauty of the gospel, right? It's pretty. Well, we can give you the gospel, and I mean, give me a minute and a half, and I can explain the gospel to you.
Yep.
But give me a lifetime, and I can show you the gospel.
Yeah.
Is the hope.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jim, thanks for joining us.
Yay!
We'll do it
Fun to
again,
be back.
hopefully in May.
Happy ramblings
Yeah. We are.
for the next month.
Hopefully
Pay
to the
attention to
next
Paul.
month.
It's not just it's way more focused than this kind of rambling.
Just barely.
Not just barely.
Just barely.
You at least have a theme that you try to steer back to.
Yeah, but
We just sit down and just be like, restaurants?
Time. Go check out Time.
I mean, we literally, in the middle of this podcast, answered questions before we asked them.
That's true. Okay. Fair enough.
Which was fun.
It's a good time.
Maybe we'll do that more.
Yeah.
It's kind of like prophecy practice.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. Maybe I'll have Jim to explain that next time. I don't know what that is. That's I'm not endorsing anything Jim's saying. Oh, all right, Jim. Thanks for being here. Thanks you guys for listening, and we'll catch you next time.